All right, Speed Gaming. We got Link to the Past League Race Season 3, Week 2, between Forfeiters Are Us and Old Swagger Jackson. Humbugh versus Marcnificent. I am Nielsen Alex 92, joined by Walter the Fourth. How are you doing, Walter?
Risky bra idag. Oh, sorry, wrong language. I'm really good, dude. Looking forward for this match for sure. Not only because my teammate is involved. Honestly, I'm probably gonna be talking him down more than anything. But yeah, this should be a close game.
So we got Humbugh for Forfeiters Are Us. They have scored 0 points so far. Old Swagger Jackson, your team, Walter, got 6 points so far.
Yeah. But don't let those scores fool you, because all of these divisions are extremely close, so this could definitely go anyway.
Yeah, so this is week 2. We got open defeat Ganon, so open seed. What do you think about open seeds, Walter?
I mean, they're like the most basic seeds you can think of, really, but they're a classic for a reason, you know. It's going to be interesting to see how they decide to route this. In an open seed, you can be a little bit more risk-taking than in a normal, in some of the other moves we're going to see later. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting to see if they go for some of those skips or play more conservative.
So since you're a teammate with Mark, does Mark play safe normally, or does he play a little bit more aggressive?
I think Mark is a bit more conservative in terms of his routing, but I think he goes more by feel, you know? Like, sometimes you're going to make a play because you feel like it's going to pay off.
And with Humbugh, I know Humbugh just plays the People Clown route, so I'm expecting everything from both of these two. Going to see some cool action, and we're about to start.
Yeah, true story coming up here. Humbugh was actually born in a Swedish circus, and he was raised by clowns his entire life. So this kind of influenced some of his routing, Link to the Past.
This is a true story. So Humbugh started in Sanctuary, and there's map checks. I think that was 3 crystals in Light World.
Yep, love to see it. Always good to have crystals in the Light World, partly because low requirements to beat those dungeons, and they're fairly easy and quick to defeat as well. But yeah, Divergence right away. One of our runners going for the highly debated Uncle start here, and the Humbugh is going straight for the forest here, getting a sword. That's a nice start.
That's a nice start for Humbugh whenever he decides to go to the castle or not. So we got nothing on the Uncle and the Uncle chest. Well, we got bombs. So Marcnificent will have a lot of bombs going into Kakariko.
Yeah, going to Uncle early kind of increases your chances a little bit to get those bombs before Kakariko. But you can also get other stuff that could be worth to have early game. But Humbugh getting those bombs from Sank as well, so he's not going to be punished by not going to Uncle early.
It's always a nice start to have in open seats to have free bombs before going to Kakariko. Alright, first dense area of the game with items. So let's see if Blind's Hideout gives anything.
A little bit of a mixed bag here. Not sure if Bombos is going to come into play later, but it's not too bad to have. Boots, definitely a bit nicer to have, for sure. That blue mail putting on some good defense as well. And 100 rip is actually not bad as well, because that's enough to let us do bottle vendor and also have money left over for bombs in case we need them.
Definitely the blue mail is going to be nice in this game mode, since you tend to have a little bit less safeties and health in this game mode.
Getting a nice glove pickup as well. Pretty likely that you're gonna get gloves in early game either way, but it's nice to just have it out of the way right away. I'm gonna unlock a couple of things first. Bottle in Kakariko, very nice as well. We can check Sekid before we leave.
Yes, give these runners a flute as well, and we got everything checked in Kakariko in the beginning. I mean, except the magic bat, but you never know what you pick up.
Yeah, Mark has a bit of a notorious reputation to get very late boots, so I think he's gonna be very happy about this seed.
Yeah, I think just having boots early on in open mode is just so much nicer.
Yeah, speaking of next week, we're actually doing a casual start with boots. So every single player gonna get to start with boots next week.
So it's going to be a lot of bunking in the Hyrule Castle next week.
Probably, yeah.
We got a Fire Rod as well in Kakariko, so pretty nice start, to be honest.
So if you haven't watched too much Rando in a couple of months or something like that, we do have a quick swap activated for all of our races. Well, the vast majority at the very least. All of the league races are going to have quick swap on. Both of these runners are very used to playing cross keys, so I think we might see some cool quick swap utilization. That's a word in this race.
Sometimes the words is not on your side, Walter.
Yeah, it's definitely a thing. All right, so Humbugh done in CAC. Where he's gonna go? He's gonna go to South Shore. And yeah, they did pick up those flippers from the library, putting some of the extra locations in the light world open for our runners. Good thing that we got the gloves, because in case we need to do Sora, we still have a way to do the hula hand room to get some extra money.
Yeah, I think at least he's going to do Marcnificent's just going to go to the Bag of Escape first. He's not doing hula hand yet. I don't think so, at least.
Yeah, probably not. Just gonna get those free items in the back real quick. Could potentially go for the Dark Cross as well, but most likely only if we get the key and the map here. Well, there's the map, and there's the key. So let's do it.
Pretty nice to get that Fire Rod early on as well, so you can actually check this item in Dark Cross a little bit easier.
Yeah, it's guaranteed to be an item, so might as well go for it. Never know when you're gonna go to the front of escape later on. Also, that first Fire Rod shot, he tried to hit the torch, but actually hit the rat instead, so just pick it up.
And medium Older K, you're not having anything out of use, like useful items in here, so that's pretty depressing.
I'm gonna head straight here for Ice Road Cave area. Might decide to actually set up a water walk here. We do have flippers already, but he could still set up a water walk to make the trip over the water a little bit faster. Don't have the money for Sora yet, so might just decide to head to Hobo or use Sim Quit. Alright, looks like we are gonna set it up though.
Did you see what Mark picked up in Dark Cross?
I did not. I have two eyes, but apparently both of them were on the same screen at that point. Apparently it was a heart piece, according to chat. So
ooh, there's a flute. And
Humbugh might be Yeah. Gonna need a mirror for that one. Don't quite know yet if we're gonna need the flute, but always nice to have.
It's a lot nicer to have the flute as well. Just being able to travel around to the mountain a lot faster than just like, grabbing the old man and all that stuff first.
Yeah, for sure. And who knows, we might actually even need that flute to get into Desert Palace, which is one of our crystals today. Looks like Humbug is now going to do a little bit of a delayed back escape here. We'll see if he goes for the Dark Cross as well.
It looks like he's going for it, because otherwise he would just have saved and quit right there.
Yeah, makes sense. So probably a little bit of good news for Marcnificent. The time that he spent here in the dark rooms will be cancelled out by the time that Humbug is going to spend doing it as well.
Yeah.
Humbug doesn't have any magic though, so he can't actually light these torches, making the kill of the rat here a little bit more tricky.
Yeah, he's losing a little bit of time here, because whenever you, when the rat is disappearing from you and you don't get a quick kill on it, it's very hard to fight it.
Yeah, for sure, and it's easy to become a little bit stressed when that happens, and you're just like wasting a bit of time. He's just deciding to save and quit. Probably gonna do the dark room from the front later on instead. I think he's actually gonna head there right now.
Yeah, I think it's just like you said, a little bit of stress there. He lost a little time, and he was like, "Oh, there's an item in Dark Cross, so let's just do Run of Escape as well at the same time."
Yeah, it's a good game knowledge to know when to call it quits and just accept that small time loss you took now, and then do it another way instead of just keep being stuck in a dark room and wasting even more time.
It looks like Mark is actually going to go up to Sora area. Humbug saved and quit right after Hoban, right?
Yeah, he did. So that could either be a pretty good play here if there's something in those free locations that Mark is going to be able to check. The only scare part is for him, he's going to be isolating Sora now, which could be isolated for quite some time.
Unless you get super lucky and get a 300 rupee.
Yeah, that would definitely be fortunate. Meanwhile, Humbug is going to do front of escape here.
Just 50 rupees from the chest there, so no Sora money.
Yeah. Yeah, if we did a hula hand play at this point, definitely would have had more than 500 rupees. Yeah. Nothing on the ledge, we're just going to save and quit from there. See where Mark decides to go from here.
It's going to be interesting to see what the items will be in here. In the castle, it looks like Mark is just going there, and there's the Sora money.
Oh, okay. That means that Humbug is probably gonna be a bit more incentivized to do those flipper stuff after this.
Yeah, I think I would be a little bit surprised if he's not going for the Sora checks right here. Well, before at least going to, well, I guess we only have Sarashaland and Eastern Palace together with Agina in Logic that we haven't seen.
Yeah, so flipper stuff definitely looks a bit more interesting than that. Kind of don't want to jump into a crystal dungeon that's uncompletable when you have other fairly good options.
Was that part of the deal there, Humbug?
Yeah, he's gonna check the Dark Cross.
Did he
get it from
did he get the chest from?
Did he not? Yeah, I'm pretty sure he got the chest from Zelda.
Okay. I might have missed it, but
Mark probably not going to be super happy seeing those 300 rupees there.
Yeah, I think a little bit frustrating to see those rupees right there.
You know, They have flippers, so, you know, worst case scenario, it doesn't take that long to go back to Sora.
Alright, let's see where humbugh is going. I guess Sora makes more sense now.
It's either gonna be that or Eastern. Looks like we're gonna head to Sora first. I think that makes sense. You can get everything out of there, then be on your way. Have a bit more info before making your next play. Mark, starting from the Sanctuary here, might decide to... don't think did we see anyone do the Bone Crux actually? Might be something he's really looking for here.
Don't think anybody's checked Bone Crux, to be honest.
Yeah, so might be going for that, checking Lumberjack as well, and maybe even heading up to Death Mountain, just grabbing the Old Man since you're right next to it. Alright, so we didn't really get to see what was in the Bone Crux, but if it was something impactful, I think we're gonna find out sooner rather than later anyways.
Yeah, we will most likely see some kind of quick swap later on, unless it's like a Moon Pearl. And there's 300 rupees on Lumberjack, so I guess not required. Well, not for the item on Lumberjack at least.
Alright, Sora does have 20 rupees.
Yeah,
Mark's not gonna get burned by that.
That's a bummer.
Yeah, I agree. I would have liked to see Mark getting burned by that.
I kind of like that both runners are like pushing for the mountain right now.
Yeah, they seem to be a bit in the same mindset here. Just doing a few things a little bit out of order from each other. Oh, it was a hammer there. Okay, so we're Moon Pearl away from our Darkwood Axis at the moment. So that is a great find. The question is if anyone is going to try and go over to Agina before heading to Eastern. The vast majority of items we have available is definitely in Eastern right now, and the Eastern area with Sashima.
I think I would honestly just push for... Okay, there's a cape. That's... move.
It's out of logic though. We don't have
that's
mountain access quite yet, so that doesn't have to mean anything quite yet.
I mean, if that lamp is just chilling at Sarashal or Agina, that could be pretty gross.
Alright, so we're kind of caught up now, both runners with each other. The only thing is Mark haven't done Sora, but looks like Mark is actually going to head for the Agina play here before heading to Eastern.
I like this one, because then you know, like, if you don't find your Moon Pearl in Sarashal's closet, you have to go for Eastern balls. The most annoying part would be if there's like a book at Sarashala right now.
Yeah, so. Yeah, that would definitely be one of the big drawbacks.
Okay, so nothing on the desert ledge, so that's nice at least.
Yeah, that's one thing that boots can allow you to do. You can a bit more freely check the ledge when you get over to the Agina. And that's red mail, so not super impactful quite yet. Could be good later on in the Dark World, but right now, not going to give us any progression. So it has to be Eastern area, either Sashla or Eastern Palace with our progression. Most likely Moon Pearl, could be other stuff as well.
That's this like a little bit unfortunate if we don't like pick up a Moon Pearl here. If it's just in Eastern and we can't beat Eastern, it's just like, oh, I need to be Eastern to get my Moon Pearl.
Yeah, but at least at that point, you know your opponent has to do it as well.
Yeah, that's true.
Humbugh is going to save a little bit of time here by not heading over to Agina.
Oh,
there's some safeties for us.
3 bottles already.
Yeah. Yeah, the downside with him not going to Agina would be less safeties, but with these bottles, he might not need that red mail at all.
So, Eastern Palace it is.
Yeah, one way or another, our progression lies in here. And yeah, there is definitely a small, very small, but possible chance of lamp in here, and then Aga being required for something on the pyramid. That's probably the worst case scenario. Best case scenario would be an early Moon Pearl, you can just dip out, or I guess best case scenario would be like bow and Moon Pearl so you can finish this dungeon.
Ugh, fire shield.
You know what? You got one shield, you might as well get them all. Why not?
That's true, but like it's just like it's not the item you wanted, but at least you got one item so far from the dungeon. Oh god.
All right. I guess we're gonna head to Eastern or Desert after this. The good thing with Desert is that at least we can clear it, and it is a crystal. So you know it's not all that bad. It's a little bit worse for Mark because he already went over to Agina, so he's gonna have to make that trip twice.
Well, hey, we got 2 early items from this dungeon.
Yeah. Yeah, if we get a third one now, we can just dip out right away. Not gonna be that lucky. Unfortunately, we're gonna have to go all the way to the vanilla big key chest to get the big key, and then to the big chest, and only to get the compass most likely, and then be sad. In fact, the big chest, even if it has an item at this point, won't even be in logic because this one check here does require the lamp. It's not one of those rooms where you can use the fire rod to have logic to it.
I think I'm on your side on the whole, you know, they will pick up the compass in the big chest.
Yeah, for sure. That's the way. That's the way Randall likes to do it, I think.
Yeah, you get 2 early items so fast in this dungeon. It has to be the compass in the big chest.
Yeah, but we can see how tight this race is right now. Mark is just very, very slightly ahead, but that's because Humbugh has already done Sora. That's pretty much the difference right now. And Mark is probably a little bit more ahead than it looks like because Humbugh is gonna head into Agina's cave when they go over to Desert.
Call it, Walter. You did call it.
Yeah, sick. 50-50 odds, you always take that, right?
Alright, so got some progression in Eastern Palace, but it's not the actual one we wanted.
Yeah, Eastern Palace being like, yeah, Sword Link, the Moon Pearl you're looking for is not in this castle. You're gonna have to continue on.
Look how how close they are. Like the movement between Humbugh and Mark is just amazing.
Yeah, for sure. Humbugh is gonna head into Desert first. I like this because he can beat Desert. If he didn't have everything he needed to beat it, then I would probably lean to doing Agina first. But he knows he can do it. So he's just gonna head straight in first and then do Agina last.
They are so synced in here. It's insane.
Yeah, you love to see it. Nice little pickup of magic there from Humbugh. Some good game knowledge. It's going to be useful against the Lamolas coming up, so you can get a couple of extra fire rod shots in.
We don't really have a good item except that fire rod, and we don't have half magic either, so we have to play it a little bit safe.
Yeah, if you're not using fire rod, Hammer's going to be your next best option against Lamolos, but it can be quite awkward to try and get multiple hits in with the hammer. So you're probably going to get a couple of extra cycles. Ooh, Mark picking up the arrows, but not the magic. So yeah, looks like Humbug is gonna have. Ooh, there's our Moon Pearl. Our runners could potentially skip doing the boss right now and just save it for later if they want to.
I think when you're already here, you can just clear it out.
Yeah.
Because then you will have full magic when you go into Dark World as well.
Yeah, I think there's one item remaining on the boss here.
Yeah, there is. So it's just better to just clear it out, see what the last item is.
If there was no item, you can probably gamble on being able to have mitts and flute later on together with the mirror. Because you know if you have flute, you have mirror, and you're always going to have mitts at some point. But yeah, with an item remaining, might as well grab it. I think Humbug is going to have like 6 shots, maybe even more. There's some more magic. He can pick up at least 2 magic, so he should have at least 6 shots with his Fire Rod, which would be enough to get the quick kill if he doesn't miss any.
Mark's skipping out on that little magic refill here.
Yeah, he picked up one of the other ones. I was thinking if he was looking for magic, or maybe he just picked up the wrong pot by mistake. Yeah, Humbug is, it looks like he's gonna have 6 shots with the Fire Rod. Mark is gonna have, I was gonna say 1, but he skipped up magic too. So he's just gonna go full hammer time here instead.
I think Humbug will have a little bit more easier time with Lamo.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, it looks like he only had 4 shots? That can't be right. I mean, he must have had 5 at least, and maybe like missed one of them. Oh, they had a potion with magic. Alright, I see. I thought they only had a red potion and a fairy. Forgot about the first one they picked up in Kakariko. Surprised they didn't use it right away then.
And Humbug takes down Lamo a little bit faster than Marcnificent did, but it's just like so close. So it doesn't really, it's not a big deal.
Yeah, I think Mark will actually be first into Dark World because Humbug still has to do a Gene after this.
The question is, will they do Hype K first, or are they just going to do it from the Kakariko?
That is a good question. Let's see, Mark is going to start at Sanctuary, so he's going to take the Kakariko portal, see what Humbug decides to do. We do have Fire Rod and Hammer, so we can beat both Thieves Town and Skullwoods, so that's potentially 2 more crystals we can grab right away. But there is triple pendants in the Dark World, so it could be a case where none of them are crystals.
Now that would be a little bit sad if it's like 2 really early dungeons you can clear out and it's just pendants.
And Humbug is going to start a Hype Cave, see if it lives up to its name. I've heard it be referenced as the FF Cave. I think FF stands for Data Play.
Oh, and it is actually 2 pendants in that area. So it's and we got pendant in Skullwoods, pendant in Thieves Town, and a pendant in Swarm.
Yeah, that's, you hate to see that. Ooh, I missed what the ped check was there. I
missed it as well.
Well, probably not important.
Oh,
I don't think anyone cares about the pedestal anyways.
Nah, it's overrated. So we got a bow, so we can actually clear out. Let's see, we can actually clear out Pod and Eastern if we want to.
Yeah, that's very nice. Pod being a crystal, And potential, you could find mirror in there as well, and then you can use mirror to take care of Eastern as well. Looks like we're gonna take a little bit of a detour over to the pyramid first. I like this play, especially with the 5-6 crystal potentially being quite far away from being completable at the moment. So just getting this out of the way right away. I like it. Mark is gonna head up to Skull Woods. We'll see, since it's a pendant, he might do the front first, hoping to get both items.
I mean, it is actually the green pendant as well, Skull Woods. So, I mean, it's technically 3 items, but do you want to do it? Got a nice Sang card in the first item in Skull Woods.
Yeah, probably not what he was hoping to get though, but at least it's an item. So if he gets one more item, he can just dip out right away.
I like this from Humbugh. He gets the bow and he's like, yep, I'm gonna check pyramid really fast and we're going to head straight into pod.
Makes a lot of sense. Can be a little bit awkward without the lamp. Lamp is required for parts of this dungeon. Fyro can take care of some of it, but with a sword, you can have a little bit more of an idea where you are in the dark rooms to make it a little bit easier to do.
Mark getting super lucky here, getting the second item, 20 rupees in Skullwood. So he's heading to Mathil, I guess.
Interesting. He did read the pedestal, and we did miss. I did miss what it was, but if he's heading for the boss here, I feel like it should probably be something good.
I mean, it could also just be that it is the green pendant. And
this is the green one. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I see. I thought one of the other was. My bad then. Okay, it makes more sense then.
But hey, you never know. He might just go for the green pendant and whatever's on pedestal as well, since we both missed what's on ped. So
I'm pretty sure chat would be screaming at us if there was something required. Looks like it's a piece of art.
And, there's a mirror.
That's a sick pickup for Humbugh. Not only is he going to be able to do Eastern after this, it's also a great item to just have in this dungeon, especially since he has like red mail as well, so taking death warps from the back would be quite annoying.
It also gives him the possibility to pick up his flute, so he can go up to the mountain and just clear out everything so much faster. Because he will most likely pick up his flute and activate it as fast as possible.
Mark's gonna go for some hammer strats here on Mothula. With the red mail, you don't have to be too scared of Mothula because it only does half a heart if you face tank him. So you definitely want to get hit by Mothula instead of spikes if you have to choose between them. But yeah, takes him down. Nicely done. Gets that green pendant. So whenever Mark heads over to pod later on, he will get the mirror, so he will be able to just turn in that green pendant as well as he's clearing out those dungeons. See if that is worth anything. Otherwise, that's definitely some time that Humbugh can save if he stays away from Skullwoods.
Skullwood's not having anything of value more than, I guess, technically, green pendant. If there's something, there's Quake in pod as well. We'll just see if Mark will be lucky enough to pick up, maybe a hook shot on a green pendant.
That would definitely be one of those items that would change the routing quite a bit.
So we picked up a 10 bomb pack in pod as well. So I think that's 3 items we have picked up. I haven't counted the items so far.
Yeah, I think that sounds about right. So if we were to get 2 early items here in the Dark Maze, we could just mirror out straight away. But there's a compass. Yeah, it was always going to be fairly unlikely to get 2 items right away here. Let's It'll be interesting to see what Mark is going to decide to do here in Outcast. If he's going to check the first 4 of Thieves Town, check nothing, or check all of it.
There's our last bottle already.
And a heart. So I think actually... Oh, you're right. There's still one item. Never mind. I'm starting to see a lot more hearts coming in here. Both runners don't have a overwhelming amount of hearts quite yet, but they've been getting their hearts from different places. So as soon as they switch places, they will have a good amount of it. And they have red mail, so every heart is just worth so much more in terms of protection.
Yeah, and Mark now dipping into Thieves Town, getting a item in a first shot, which is always nice. There's the big key as well.
Yeah, it's gonna be a long death warp if he tries to do that. So he might. He also has a fairy, so if he's just gonna do the first warp, probably gonna dash out instead.
So thankfully, Humbug here got a fire rod, so he will have to do the turtle room, but he got a few shots here. It's a very annoying room to do in the dark.
Yeah, fire rod is gonna be very helpful in that room. Even if it didn't have it though, at least it would have been fairly safe with the red mail, because the turtles deal minimal amount of damage when you have red mail on. Yeah, fire rod, you can just... Oh, he bounced into some turtles there. He has only one more fire rod shot. I think he has the green potion though, or it was a blue potion.
He's getting blocked by the turtles when he's shooting.
There we go. There we go. He was pretty conservative with his magic earlier on his way to East Desert, so was good for him because he had that potion left still.
Using the cape here very nicely, so he doesn't take a hit before going into Helmasaur.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and he is doing the spin speed strat here, making his hitbox actually quite a bit longer when he hits an upwards attack, which is going to be especially good here on the second phase. A lot easier to just hit Helma in the face with the hammer. One more hit, there we go.
Second crystal already for Humbug, and he will clean up Eastern as well when he's done here, and that would be his third, because then he's done with this area of the map.
Yeah, and Mark is kind of using the hand he was dealt here by going to Outcast Skullwoods first and just fully completing both of these pendants. So if there's nothing in here as well, and all of a sudden Mark might not feel too good about this.
Yeah, I think that's very unfortunate. Just the way, you pick one starting area in the Dark World, and for once, Hype Cave actually giving a bow. It was pretty hype. So there's baby.
Vanilla Mitts. So that's a payoff for sure.
Yeah, that's already a dip Humbug has to do. Humbug might also just go for Green Pendant, because Green Pendant is a little bit more nice to have.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Mark is going to the boss fight here as well, so I'm guessing there's one more item left, because he knows what's on pedestal. Alright, so he definitely got paid off from Thieves Town. Skullwoods is still a little bit unclear.
Beautiful fight from Marcnificent, taking down his second dependent.
Yep, picking up the pendant as well. He didn't really have much of a choice there. There's no way to death warp after you kill the boss, and even if you had the mirror, you can't actually mirror after you pick up the item from the boss. With those mitts, gonna be able to check the hammer pegs here right away. Gonna be able to pick up the smith as well if he wants to. Then when he finds the bow at Hype Cave, he might decide to skip turning him in and just heading straight to pod instead, which would Kiki would overwrite the frog and he would just go back to his original place again. He could also use the site to save and quit and bring the smith home first, and maybe do like Eastern first or something like that.
And while we're talking about Eastern, humbugh just finished off Armor's Night, not picking up a good item. So back in the portal and go and grab your flippers, your flute on the island.
Yeah, he probably feels pretty good about this still. He got a mirror and a medallion out of pod. That's pretty good payoff, especially since that mirror directly is going to give him the flute too. So that's definitely a good start. We could actually already start speculating about go mode, because might only need a cane, ice rod, and hookshot in best case scenario for go mode at this point.
Yeah, that's what we need actually. We only need. What you just mentioned, we might need ether, but at this point we already picked up 2 medallions, so I think we're in a pretty good spot when it comes to medallions.
Eventually we're gonna need one more sword, but if you hit item go mode before the sword, it's fairly likely you run past one of them on your way to Gannis Tower, and if not, there's usually one in Gannis Tower. But yeah, there's always something to keep an eye out on.
So humbugh here picking up the flute from the Lake Healy Island. He's going to route up through, well, I guess Stumpy, K45 and all that stuff before you end up activating the flute.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Mark is gonna have actually quite a lot of different options open for him. Because Bombos is gonna open up Ice Palace for him in Logic, together with those myths. Could even, if he goes to pod, he's gonna get the mirror. So at that point, he could float over to the Meyer area to find out what's over there. And with mirror, both of these runners could head up Death Mountain to do that. Myths would open up even the Dark Death Mountain.
Yeah, there's a lot of different things that just opens up right here for our runners. Humbugh can just do everything on the mountain right now, and of course just do everything in Village of Outcast and other like King's Tomb and route in Grey Village if he wants to.
Yeah, for sure. Right, so Mark is either gonna have the catfish or pod here. Looks like we are gonna go. This looks like pod. Oh, yeah, we are gonna go for pod. So he's gonna overwrite the smith here by going to pod and just leave that behind for now. And probably gonna end up being pretty good for him, because now he's gonna get the mirror and the Quake Medallion. So as soon as he picks up the Kiki here, the frog is gonna turn into a monkey and all of a sudden request some money from us.
It's just like magic.
Yeah, it's like Pokemon. He evolved into an ape Pokemon instead of a frog. That's how that goes normally, right?
Oh yeah, totally. So it's going to be a little bit interesting to see what humbugh is going to do now, if he's going to push for the mountain, because then we will get some newer checks, otherwise they will just recap what the other one just did.
Yeah, up to Dödsberget, as we call it in Swedish.
Oh yeah, that's a thing, right?
Yeah, and looks like that's what he is going for, which it's going to be a little bit unfortunate, because he does not have those mitts yet. So he's going to be skipping out on Dark Death Mountain. It's not too many items up there, and that he could get at the moment. It would be like the 2 in Super Bunny Cave, but he would get information about Tatrock as well. Actually, it would be 4, because we could get the floating island and the first chest in Hookshot Cave as well. I'm not sure if humbugh hovers. I think he doesn't. But it won't really matter right now since he won't have the mitts up here anyways.
No, it doesn't. Like, at this point, I think this is a good. There's the bug net on Ether. It was that powder. That was.
I think that was powder. So that's a little bit awkward because you don't really know if you need that or not. But if we get the mushroom with the cane, we could potentially just never pick it up, I guess.
Just like those 10 arrows in Tower Pharaoh, we will never pick up.
Yeah, Humbugh only had 5 though. I would have been slightly tempted to pick them up, but he doesn't really have any reason to use the bow for quite a while at the moment.
Okay, so Humbugh is not deciding to finish off Hera right now, at least.
Yeah, probably gonna do the East F Mountain first, hoping to get a hook shot so he could Hera pop, I would guess, and if he doesn't get it, he'd probably just head back to Hera and complete it the normal way instead.
Okay, so there's 20 rupees on the floating island, so those myths are not really that important right now. Depending, I mean, there could be in Super Bunny Cave, but looks like he's dodging a bullet here for this moment at least. Looks like Marcnificent just pushing straight for Helmasword immediately, so he will most likely just finish out the rest when he's done with the boss.
Yep, looks like it. Pretty sure Mark saw that flute as well. So wouldn't be surprised to see him beeline for that after this. Paradox Cave coming up. First 2, not very exciting, but we got 5 more chests in here. Could pay off quite big. Nice double bomb there to take care of some of the mini moldarms. There's our Ether medallions. We won't have to search for any medallions for our last 2 dungeons, or well, chronologically last 2 dungeons. That's about it though, so Humbugh's gonna head back to Hera while Mark finishes off Palace of Darkness here.
These 2 will be pretty much even right now. I would say since Marcnificent has the mitts, he's a little bit ahead, but then again, he's been dipping at Skullwood, so we don't know if the Green Pennant actually has anything.
Yeah, GFE bringing up an interesting question here, if these runners can hover. I do believe Humbugh doesn't. I know Mark definitely does. And yeah, I hadn't even considered the possibility, but yeah, Swamp is actually a pendant, so this could be a potential hover seed that would be hookshot-less. Potentially. We would need all the other items though.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Humbugh is not hovering. I think I've seen him try to hover, but I'm not sure if he managed to put it off.
Maybe he's been practicing in secret and waiting for the right moment.
I mean, it would be the right moment to do it in a tournament, right?
Yeah, I think so. So I think Mark left 1 item in here. He's heading back in.
Yeah, there's a
Quake on his tracker, so that's probably it. May have thought that it was a key at the moment, and then realized that it wasn't when he... Oh, actually, he didn't do Dark Maze.
He hasn't done anything in the
back. He hasn't done any of the back. Okay, yeah, he got an early big key and went to the boss straight away. Okay, that makes sense.
So I think Humbugh might just clear up Hera here now and just do Spy Cave and then just bail whatever he finds.
Pretty sure that was the first try Moldorm from Humbugh as well.
And that's all the items as well, so he doesn't have to do the basement, so that's pretty nice.
That's very nice. Might do Spy Cave here as well. It does have a red potion and a fairy. would be enough to sequence break. Actually, he has cape too, so yeah, he can definitely do spike cape now if he wants to. Yeah, so definitely first try Moldarm for Humbug. Very nicely done.
Yeah, Moldon would never push you off a ledge or anything like that.
No. That would just be rude. Think it's statistically impossible for these runners to get bounced off. Nice payoff from Spike Cape. Not necessarily required, but good consolation prize at the very least.
I mean, it's kind of fun that you go in and use up all your magic, and then you get, full magic back.
Yeah. So Humbug's options is starting to get a little bit narrow. That's one of the good things for him, is that it was the myths in Thieves' Town and not something like an ice rod or something like that. So he's gonna be forced to go in there sooner rather than later if he got some other item.
Well, let's see what Pedestal actually had then, since Humbug is going to check it.
Yeah, I think someone said it was a heart piece.
So
Humbug is probably gonna be super excited by that right now.
So he definitely knows he needs to go and pull Ped, right?
Yeah, he's gonna be laying for it. He just needs the hook shot first.
So I'm a little bit surprised that Mark never, mirrored back and did Eastern and all that stuff, but I guess he just wants that flute as fast as possible.
Yeah, that is interesting. I suppose when he gets the flute, he could just go back whenever he wants to, but he was right next to the entrance.
And he's going to do Ice Pulse without Cane or Hookshot as well.
Yeah, I think it kind of makes sense. If you have the mitts, when you pick up the flute, you might as well head in here. It's a full clearable dungeon too. You don't really need the hook shot in here if you can bomb jump or hover over it. And Cane would be nice, but sometimes it can be a bit of a bait to wait with Ice Palace for too long without the Cane too.
Yeah, normally the Cane of Smart just ends up being in here, so... Like here in the first... Well, okay, it didn't work this time around, but... Did Mark ever check bumper ledge and all that stuff earlier? Or did he just run through, run past?
Don't think he did. I think he might have checked bumper ledge actually. I'm not 100% sure. He probably should have, at least, because he had the cape. So it would be kind of weird if he didn't actually. Alright, he did check bumper cape. That makes sense.
So Humbug is in the correct dungeon. We still don't know if the green pendant has anything.
Yeah, we probably should by now. Well, Mark doing the bomb jump and then pressing down afterwards. A little bit unfortunate. Just gonna have to. Wow, really? Did it overshoot him, or did he press down after?
I think he's pressing down.
Yeah, he has to, I think, because I've never seen that happen before. All right, there we go. All right, so Humbug decided to go full in here and go all the way to the back. Good news. Makes sense too. He doesn't have that much left anyways. So he's going to get the mitts here, and we're going to be equal in terms of equipment, more or less at least.
So I just want to say that, Mark with that bomb jump, at least, he's not the only one having issues with bomb jumping.
Yeah, exactly. I think he was just like one bad button press away from accidentally bonking into the pit as well.
Yeah, yeah. So it's actually pretty insane that, you know, Humbug picks the right dungeon here, because this will give him some more options. I think he might just go for the smith and all that stuff.
Yeah,
really
do
fast.
that. He has the mirror, so could do that on his way to something else. Probably gonna mean that he won't do Skullwoods, so that is definitely interesting, especially depending on what the green pennant is. I think we so we got one key on the right side. I don't know if we got the big key yet or not.
I don't think we have picked it up yet.
All right, so big key is on the left side, and this could potentially be hookshot locked, depending on where that cane is, which is quite important because that would tell us if the hookshot could be in Gannis Tower or not. But yeah, if big key is here on the left side, it could still be completable. Right side would be hookshot lock, but the boss would still be completable if you have King of Samaria. So something that big key would have to like pretty much lock King of Samaria somewhere for this boss not to be completable without the hookshot. So it's kind of hard to tell right now. We're gonna have to wait and see. Not sure what Mark is doing here. Looks like he's trying to farm for something.
I guess he's trying to farm bombs because he needs bomb jump over to be able to get the
Oh, yeah, that's rough.
Because I'm pretty sure you can't bonk over, so...
No, he could hover, but he's still gonna need a bomb in order to get the chest, because he can't hookshot through these pigs here.
Yeah, I guess we're just going to ignore, unless you get some lucky bomb drops. I mean, do you get bombs?
There is a bomb on the side here, but then you would have to go back up and get a key, and then go back down again to get the bomb, but then you would have to go back up.
Well, hopefully there's
again to go grab the chest. So at this point, I think I just agree with what Mark is doing here and just calling that quits and hope it's nothing. Because even if you grab it, you're going to be spending so much time that it's like, if that's nothing, you just wasted so much time.
Yeah, that's unlucky for Mark here.
Yeah. Ooh, gonna have to be real careful here. He does have a fairy though, so he should be fine here. I think he does even have a red potion in case he gets close to dying again. Mark probably gonna mirror and buy some bombs right after this dungeon. Probably gonna regret that he didn't do it before.
But takes down Coulter pretty nicely and gets
small key, so
it's an item.
Yeah, so this is both hookshot and locked by King of Samaria. That means no hookshot in Gannis Tower.
Okay, first time we were going to check out the mire area. I'm pretty sure Humbug will not dip mire because, you know, no Samaria.
Yeah, probably just gonna get these overworld checks out of the way. Mark's gonna check Sora here now. Gonna be a little bit disappointed. Nice lamp there from Humbug. Probably won't need it, but it's gonna speed up some rooms.
It's always nice to have at least lamp in the mire dark room. Makes it a little bit more, you know, easier to deal with.
All right, Mark is probably gonna do King's Tomb here first. See where he decides to head after that.
Looks like Humbug.
Yeah, they're gonna high five here, on one side each here. Nice. Sudden think here to grab the ice rod.
It's really currently looking for King of Samaria, and I mean technically the hook shot because we need the hook shot.
Yeah, so Humbug is definitely gonna be hoping, if our theory is correct, that he doesn't hover, that he finds the hook shot before King of Samaria. That would eliminate the advantage that Mark would have from that.
So I guess we haven't seen Graveyard Ledge, and then we have the Dark Death Mountain as well that we haven't checked.
Yeah.
And we
inside
don't
of Meyer. Big chest of Ice Palace, I guess. Which
that's
Humbug is gonna check.
If Humbug has a little bit easier time here.
Humbug has 6 bombs though. He's gonna have to be a little bit careful with those bombs as well. Mark did waste some extra bombs by doing the bomb jump 3 times. So that looked pretty funny when that happened, but a little bit unfortunate as an afterthought here. Humbug using Ether, which unfortunately doesn't insta-kill the Pengators, so he had to hammer them down here.
I'm pretty sure he like realized that he picked the wrong medallion because he was like, "Oh, what am I doing now?" It was like that freeze.
Yeah, both Bombos and Quake kills them, but Quake is a bit faster than Bombos, so you would prefer using that. You just have to make sure that they're all standing on the ground, because if they're jumping up in the air, Quake actually won't affect them. A little bit of a cool detail.
I guess next play for Mark here would probably be the mountain.
Mountain or Eastern, I would imagine.
Oh yeah, he haven't cleared Eastern yet, or turned in the green pendant either.
Yeah, that's the most puzzling detail from Mark's gameplay right now. Quite surprised he didn't do it. Maybe he was just so focused in on the flute that he forgot it, and now it's just delaying it a little bit.
Or maybe just accidentally tracked Eastern as a pendant.
That would be rough for sure. He is going up the mountain though, so we're gonna get some new information up here as well from the big chest of Ice Palace quite soon here. And if neither of these are anything, is Meyer and Catfish the only thing we have left?
Didn't
Graveyard Ledge?
Yeah, Graveyard Ledge, because didn't Mark check Catfish earlier when he routed in Sora?
No, he went from in the light world over to Sora.
Okay, gotcha.
After beating Ice Palace.
So I guess we got Catfish, Graveyard Ledge, Meyer.
Yeah. Not a lot of fun.
And this big chest, and this big chest, of course. I guess we got Swamp Palace.
The big chest would be pretty rough for Mark, if that's anything.
We do have Swamp Palace without the hook shot. So that could be a thing.
Yeah, oh yeah, that's right. Ooh. Yeah, that sounds way less fun than anything else we talked about. Have that powder just taunting us because we don't have a Master Sword yet.
I guess we will get that confirmation here about the big chest here in just a few seconds, because Humbug has at least one bomb here.
He has exactly one bomb here, but he's gonna do this routing here, which means he would have to spend one bomb to get over to the big chest and then have no bomb left to actually check the chest. So he's
yeah,
gonna have to get lucky with a bomb drop too.
I didn't realize that. That's awful.
This is interesting. If that is something and both skips in, this could be an interesting race for sure. Dashing through the enemy too. Makes sense, but it's not good because that means they can't drop anything.
This is awful because we will never know what's in that one.
Yeah, he's gonna do the same play here. Farming the enemies. Doesn't get any bombs. Probably panicking the same way Mark did just a few minutes ago. Does it get a bomb? No. I'm not sure. I don't think that's even a bomb drop pool. Maybe the Pengators. He froze a Pengator and got a... Yeah, pretty sure one of the Pengators dropped a bomb earlier.
So yeah, but I think that was because they were like... Yeah, maybe.
Well,
like that's
I was thinking it was because they were frozen too first, but they dropped different things. So I'm not sure.
What is he going to do now?
He's gonna skip it too.
Okay, this is... I don't like this. We both have skipped this, so...
Oh man, this could be quite interesting.
Didn't you say that Mark normally hovers? Because if Mark...
yeah, he definitely has been known to do that quite a bit, so wouldn't be too surprised to see him do hookshot cave here.
I'm a little bit surprised that he never hovered in Ice Palace.
Well, he had 0 bombs at that point.
Well, I meant before he used all the bombs, when he...
Yeah, I think
with bomb jumping.
I think he's probably more confident in his bomb jumps, and especially that hovering. It's not a straight line. You kind of have to go around.
Oh, he doesn't have the bombs here.
No, he doesn't have any bombs. There's no bombs in this cave, but there might be some up here. I'm not sure. There are some rocks that have bombs on Death Mountain, but it's on the west side. Yeah, he didn't buy any bombs after Ice Palace.
Oh, this is starting out to be a little bit more fun than I
anything. Oh, there's some bombs. There is a shop downstairs as well. You should know this from playing cross keys. But yeah, he's dropping down, probably buying some bombs and then heading into Dark World.
Do you think? Yeah. Do you think Humbugh feels safe now since he skipped an item in Ice Palace?
No, and I think Mark feels the same way. But I mean, at this point, there's not much you can do about it. You're just gonna have to play it like, okay, if there's something in there, I'll probably just lose. Just kind of interesting part is that both are in that situation. Normally, you don't see.
He's
like that happening.
Humbugh is going for a kingless Mystery Mire here.
I think that makes sense. There's maximum 2 items in here, but Death Mountain is not that much more items for him at the moment, and it takes quite a long time to go up there. And double dipping Mire doesn't necessarily have to be that bad, because that means he will have the big key next time he comes in, and he will have to the only 2 rooms you have to do twice in Mire is this and then the kill room here. After that, you can just head straight to the boss when you come back next time.
I guess Ether
so it's
was
actually
only...
not as bad to double dip as I think a lot of people see it as sometimes.
I guess Ether was the only medallion required here in the season.
Yeah, that's why we got all of them.
So we got 3 items here. Well, he will be able to clear out Hera as well, because I think he has to well, he already did Hera. Never mind.
Yeah, he's gonna clear out.
Oh,
there's the cane in the first
huge
chest of Mire. That's really big for Humbugh. Marcus.
Oh, there's the hook shot. Okay.
Okay. How about that? So it won't be a hover seed, and
we are.
Humbugh's probably gonna full clear this still because he's looking for the hook shot.
We are a sword away from go mode. Well, we no mode, but
this is probably better for Humbugh than for Mark, because Humbugh's track right after this is going to be fairly linear. He's going to head up the mountain. He's going to get that hook shot, that sword, clear out the Tart Rock in go mode, or there's another sword. Why not? Why? Might as well get silvers at this point.
Well, yeah, I guess Humbugh is in a better position than Mark, because Mark needs to take care of Eastern, go to Meyer, get his cane, and then back up the mountain one more time.
Yeah, and the hook shot could trick him into Swamp Palace as well.
Yeah, that's gross.
I know for a fact that in the last race that Mark did in the league here, he kind of had some issues with Diver Down. So he has been practicing his Diver Down for sure. So that might even push him even more likely to go into Swamp Palace, just because he feels more confident in doing that now.
I'm still just trying to figure out when will he decide to turn his green pendant and do Eastern.
Yeah, I wonder if he thinks he has already done that at this point. He is going to do Smith Chain here, or some of the maybe Graveyard Ledge. Humbugh is going to go straight up the mountain after this, for sure. The only question is if he's going to do Tart Rock first. I kind of almost think he's going to do Tart Rock first, hoping to get the hook shot. But since he's looking for a sword, he might actually do Super Bunny first, take that route up. That would be better for him, because then he would have both swords and hook shot, and he could go more Tart Rock.
I mean, I think if you go up the mountain and you open up Troll Rock, you check Super Bunny Cave first. You're still looking for items. If you can just go mode.
Maybe
you mentioned Troll Rock.
There's I think you can kind of make the same argument for the other way around. You could go into Tart Rock first, and that way you don't have to do extra mirrors. And if you get the items in Tart Rock, you can just go straight for Ganon's Tower. So I could say go both ways there.
Yeah, that's true.
Gonna pick up the magic here. I know he's gonna go for the spooky action, and then he's gonna have magic left to maybe do some spin attacks together with the cape on, and then just clear out the rest with the bow after that.
This is rather. I mean, Mark has to do. I guess he doesn't technically have to do this. Purple chest and K45 and all that stuff, but in his mind he has to do it.
Yeah, and I think this means he's gonna be right next to Swamp. He's probably gonna head in there.
Yeah, that's true.
Clearing Pendant Swamp doesn't sound fun, but that sounds like more likely to find your go mode than heading into Meyer without the cane.
Yeah, and he will be able to just route in Bombus Tablet at the same time as well.
The cane or the cape and the sword here, you can get in actually a lot of spins here. Not going to be enough to kill them all here, but especially since he's actually not getting all of the spins off in time. But he weakens them quite a bit, and you can just switch over to the bow here.
I think he also bought a potion, blue potion, so if he has to, he will use it.
Mm-hmm. Oh, the big guy was actually quite generous with not too much lightning going on.
Okay, so Humbugh takes down Vitreous, which means he only has one dungeon left, and his combat items is actually on the mountain.
Yeah, this is definitely Humbugh's race to lose at this point. He's going to be in a very good position to take this race.
And as you mentioned, this is definitely a Storm Palace play from Mark.
Yeah, I think it makes sense. It's a bit unfortunate for his sake, but yeah, there's 6 items in there.
Wait, where's?
No
way.
He's going back in the ice. No, he's gonna buy bombs and arrows. No. Don't worry. Yeah.
Oh.
He's trying to pull a fast one. No. He's just going to get the bombs and arrows. It's fine.
Yeah, I was a little bit worried there. I was like, wait, why are you going to this area?
Yeah,
this makes no sense.
Yeah, now he's going up the mountain. All right, I have a question here.
All right.
When I imagine that he's gonna do Super Bunny K before Hookshot, right? Because he can't do all the checks in Hookshot.
Yeah.
Is there any chance he dips out after the Master Sword?
I
Skips
mean,
the temper?
Nah, I think if you're committed to Hookshot K, you still check all items. Because there could be another sword or a like silver arrows.
Yeah, I think so too. But let's say over under 10% that he skips the second sword.
I mean, it's potential. Like I've seen it before. Like you get your go mode item and like, nope, I'm done. I mean, if you're lucky enough, you will just pick up another sword in GT, right? Or like in Turtle Rock on like Laser Bridge. I have to say, this has been a pretty linear seed after all. It's not that hard to figure out where the progression was in the end.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Is he? Ooh, you were correct, Walter.
Yeah, I think honestly I would have made the same play here as Humbug did. Just do Turtle Rock first, hope that you can go straight to Gannis Tower after this. But I have no doubt he's gonna check Super Bunny and Hookshot Cave after this. So.
I mean, if you're skipping that, just heading straight to GT, I think that would be a little bit too aggressive.
I've been hyping up Mark practicing Diver Down, and he doesn't even go for it. For shame.
Humbug, you can't go that way.
He's gonna find that out quite right about now. Oh, okay. He's gonna mirror out. Is this gonna? No, he's just gonna redo it. Is this faster? I don't think so.
I think it kind of. No
way this is faster.
Nej.
Inte en chans. I don't think so. Because you can like. Yeah, I think this has to.
There is some frustration.
It doesn't really matter too much. We did a spin there though. Kind of want to be a little bit careful doing spin attacks on platforms in Turtle Rock, because it could activate a quadrant glitch, which you don't want to happen. But I'm not sure if it can happen in there. I know it can happen later on at least.
It's a pretty decent fight from Marcnificent on good old Argus here. Yeah.
He's not gonna get the item he's looking for, so he might just head back in for left side. Not sure how many items he got so far. Might only be like one item or something. At that point, he might skip that.
There's 2 items. Not sure.
Okay.
So what do you do now if you're Mark? Because you still have 1 item in Eastern, and you got Meyer, and
you go grab that piece of heart on pedestal, and then you lay down in your bed and cry.
And then you go up the mountain and pull your item from your powder.
Yeah, he could have actually grabbed powder when he was up on the mountain. He got the swords on the mountain, had the mirror, but
he's heading to the right area though.
Overwhelmed at that. Yeah, that's good. It's a play he needs to do. Probably too late though. He would need quite especially the mirror.
What is Mark doing?
No, he's leaving.
What is? We had to ask him about this. Wait.
Oh, okay. He finally remembered Eastern. Yeah, so since he just abruptly fled from Meyer there, think maybe he forgot that he didn't beat Eastern earlier.
That's another one of those. That's another one of those. Oh crap! What do I do now?
Yeah. Maybe he was like, oh, I have all the pendants, even though it was not a pedestal seed. I even checked it early, and then he's like, wait, all the pendants? Means I have green pendant. Did I ever turn that in? Wait, I didn't beat Eastern.
Oh, maybe
100%. That's what happened.
Yeah, maybe he realized. Maybe he mistracked. I thought that swamp was a crystal.
Yeah, Mark has been a little bit known to forget dungeons sometimes. That is more often in cross keys though, which makes it a little bit easier to miss dungeons.
I mean, cross keys is cross keys, right? Ah, there's Blue Cane.
Yeah, not that we needed it, but I suppose they could potentially come in handy. Probably not. We even have the cape, so it seems unlikely.
Oh, I thought we had to find all the items in this game to be able to win. So.
Oh, that would be an interesting week of of the league. First one to get 216 collection rate wins.
I think we need to pitch this idea to the admins.
Yeah, I think people are gonna be happy about that. Could be the one replacing cross keys, maybe. It's gonna be almost the same thing.
Alright, so we're gonna see Laser Bridge, even though we don't. Well, we need to actually see Laser Bridge. We're missing a small key. But Humbugh is not in go mode yet.
Yeah, so he's gonna check all of these. Like, this is giving Mark a little bit of time back, but it's definitely not enough at this point. There would have to be some other kind of disaster happening here for Humbugh, I think, in order for Mark to fully catch up.
Oh, look at that. So now he might skip the other sword.
Now he might. Went from 10% to like maybe 25.
Let's make it 30. But where is Mark heading now?
Graveyard Edge. Not good for him.
I still find it funny. Like he was in the eastern area, but they never turned in green pendant.
Yeah, that's very interesting for sure. He must have forgotten, because like he skipped Eastern too, so they must have been in the same wave there. All of that just happening. Humbugh gonna have to be a little bit careful. I think he might still have that fire though. He did have a blue potion there, but that won't save him if he gets hit by a deadly blow here. 3 hearts though, so he should still be good even if he get hit once because of the red main.
Okay, now he's
coming up for Mark here.
He's definitely trying to avoid Caneless.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. He almost did it once and then left, so...
Ooh, I
think he has the fairy. Didn't even need it.
Okay, so Walter, I guess we're getting all the crystals here, so that opens up Gan's Tower. I think we're doing a game here during the league, right? You know, that game when we play with Chad?
Yeah, oh, I couldn't do the command. Someone else is gonna have to do it. Very soon there's gonna be a bot starting a race, hopefully, or a game. There's 22 locations in Gan's Tower where the big key can be. And oh, give me a second. You explain it, and I try and start it.
Okay, so the Gan's Tower big key game. So there's 22 chests, including the torch in Gan's Tower, where the big key of Gan's Tower could be, and we need that one to climb the tower to be able to beat Aga 2. So if you guess the number correctly, where the chest is, you will get some internet points, and you'll be on the leaderboards of this tournament, I guess. I think that's pretty much explains it, right?
Something like that. Sounds about right. All right. First of all, more important question: how many swords are we getting? There's Master Sword, and he's
getting them.
Yeah, he's gonna get the temper. Nice. All right. Yeah. What chest do you think?
It's gonna be high room.
So 22 then, or is that number 1?
I mean, number 3 or 22 doesn't matter. I'm highly protected here. Where do you think it will be, Walter?
You know, I actually won the big key guessing game for like the first time in 3.5 years with number 4, so I guess I'm just gonna keep that number forever.
That's a pretty solid number. And there's it's pretty funny. Humbugh just recently came in. It's in Go mode, and Marcus just recently got into Go mode as well at the same time. But the difference is Humbugh already finished this dungeon and throw rock. So I'm pretty sure something huge has to happen to Humbugh to lose this one.
Yeah, it would have to be something catastrophic. It's like a power outage, or despawn Ganna's tower into despawning it again into really have to go to the bathroom for a while into something else.
And that would be very unfortunate. So I think we're up to number 5 right now, 6 right there. Number 7, getting a lot of small keys.
Yep, went to Dark Magician room first in order to guarantee to be able to have a key to go to the right side here. Skipping the big key in tide room there for now. Probably looking for something else first.
You mean he's looking for like a shovel, right?
Yeah, something like that. We needed all the items, right?
Yeah, all the items. We're still looking for some few items here, so.
Obviously, we make a little bit of a joke here. Humbugh is in go mode. As soon as he gets the big key, he can climb the tower. There's nothing else he needs to do except for, you know, beat everything here in the Ganna's tower and defeat Ganon. No key so far.
I think it's kind of funny, you know. We call it Ganna's tower, but Ganon is not in here.
I mean, he's sort of in here, I suppose.
Yeah, I guess you're correct on that. But like,
this is like his summer vacation house. Like, he doesn't live here on full time. You just have all of his servants here taking care of it when he's not here.
I mean, if this is his summer vacation house, he better just, you know, fix the floors, because it's definitely falling apart here.
He's been partying so hard.
Holy crap.
Just damage everywhere, obviously.
I'm like making good use of that boomerang here.
Yeah, can be a little bit more awkward using the red one. The blue, well, some people like the red one. I don't honestly really care what color the boomerang has, but I think most people are a bit more used with the blue one, especially if you play NMG. I know Humbugh does some of that. And in that one, you always have the blue one, so the strats are slightly different.
Wait, what is that NMG thing you're talking about?
It's the same thing as this, but it's like a spoiler race, where every spoiler race is always the same, and you have text boxes.
Oh,
sounds fun already, right?
Well, count me out on that one. By the way, that random room, getting Butter Sword, Mirror Shield, and Shovel, pretty nice.
Yeah, that's almost a bingo right there.
I think that's better than High Cave, to be honest.
Yeah, no, I don't think so. We got our bow from Hype Cave, honestly. It was a bit more impactful than all of those items combined.
I think. I mean, he will have this under control, right? But he's definitely a low. Okay, I think Mark has it.
Yeah, he just tried to save some arrows. So he want to have some spare. He will get silvers at least. No, actually, he might not get silvers. Probably not going to get silvers now that I think about it. Because that was the last chest on that laser bridge. Small key, big key. That's number 20, I think.
Yeah, that was number 20. So GG's to the one that gets number 20.
GG's to GFE. GFE 12, not guessing number 12. How about that?
That's pretty awkward. So I think Humbug will kind of enjoy this climb. You got every item in the game. That's really good.
Yeah, and you could even. He doesn't know this, but he could just cruise by really slow, taking in the atmosphere. Maybe get some health here in the safety room, but he won't need it. He has potions and fairies, and like something. I'm not very good at counting, but I think he has like 1,000,000 hearts as well.
Let me take. Let me do some math here. If I'm good at math, that should be 15 hearts.
All right, so 15 million hearts. He's just demolishing the gauntlet here. He's gonna head into Lamolas. He has silvers. Only need 3 arrows if you do this correctly. Let's see if we can put Humbug on the spot here. 1, 2, and there we go. That's how you do it.
I don't know about this Humbug guy, but I'm pretty sure he's played this game before.
Yeah, I wanna imagine that, like, every chest that Humbug opens, he's like, Humbug.
I'm pretty sure that's why he named himself Humbug, to be honest.
Nice Wisrub room there. Plenty of magic, so he can go for fire rod strats here. Like, you get to pick up at least 1 small magic here, which will guarantee he'll have enough for the next room too without picking up the full magic. It means he can use head up straight away before the jingle plays. You do not want to head up at the same time as the jingle plays, because that can despawn everything in Gen's Heart, making it uncompletable. So good on him there to just be able to head straight up right away and not have to spend some time waiting it out. Meanwhile, Mark has gotten into Third Rock, but yeah, he's almost a full Gomo Third Rock behind and a full clear of Gen's Tower. So looking very likely that Humbug is going to be able to take this.
Yeah, this is. I think it is a little bit too hard for Humbug to lose, to be honest.
Yeah. I mean, if he loses at this point, honestly, I'm not even going to be mad. That's going to be impressive. And I mean, obviously I wouldn't be mad because Mark is my teammate. But then again, I kind of like seeing Mark suffer every now and then too. Don't tell him.
I mean, I will not tell him, but if he watches this back, he will know. So, you know.
Yeah, we should have planned a little bit further ahead, I guess.
I think you guys will have a team talk later on in Volkswagen Jackson.
It's cool. I think the feeling is mutual. And obviously, a lot of the things that we're saying here, a little bit of jokes over here and there.
But do you know what's not a joke? That Agnim kill. That's again a fight coming up for humbugh here.
Yeah, Ganon is gonna just dip out of here, but luckily we have a flute. And, well, actually, even if we didn't have a flute, we would be following him anyways. And we're gonna go take a little bit trip into this pyramid here for a final showdown between Humbugh and Ganon. Who's your money on? Who's gonna take this fight? This is the title championship match.
I think this is Ganon's fight to lose. He got everything, you know, to be able to win.
I don't know. A sword is only pointy on one end. And a trident has like triple hit point. So
Yeah, but look at all the cool stuff Ganon's doing. Oh, oops.
1-0 to Ganon. Looks like Humbugh does have that fairy though. See if Ganon has one as well.
I mean, to be honest, Ganon has a ability that Humbugh doesn't have. Ganon can actually teleport.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, Link can do some cool stuff too, or I guess Yoshi in this scenario. Yeah, almost out of phase 3 here. Needs one more hit. Does have silver arrows, so you can use to shoot him 4 times with the silver arrows. Gonna make sure that both torches are lit when you do it though, otherwise they won't hurt him. Just playing it a little bit safe here, getting a nice accidental Civilus slash there. Needs one more hit. This should do it. So Mark picking up his last crystal as Humbugh beats Ganon. I'm gonna finish this race off as the winner. Get your GGs in for Humbugh, taking the first win on the board for Forfeiter Are Us.
And Humbugh is finishing with an official time of 1 hour 34 minutes and 50 seconds. So GG's. I definitely think Humbugh will be very happy with that one.
Yeah, for sure. The way the league is structured is that there's 4 groups of 4 divisions, 8 teams in every division. Top 3 goes to playoff after the initial season is over, and the one team in every division that ends in the last spot is actually going to be relegated out of the Invitational League for next season. So even if you take a couple of losses early on and it may look like playoff won't be too viable, there's still a lot to play for, because if you want to keep that spot, you're still going to need to rack in some wins.
And if you just check the invite, like the Invitational League, there's some insane teams. It's hard. Like that's why it looks bad for Forfeiter or Us right now, but it's just their second week and they just got their first 3-pointers. So
yeah, and they had a very tough opponent last week. I think it wouldn't be very unfair to call them the potential top runners of this division. I think they went unbeaten in their division last year. So and they've already taken a loss as well. So it's very competitive for sure.
And that's pretty much what the league is this year. If you just go and check the Open League, it's very good runners there as well.
We're gonna see if we can get Humbugh in here to talk with us about this seed a little bit, and I think in the meanwhile we're gonna see Mark finishing up here as well. See if we can get him in too. So we'll see if we can get that happening here.
Yeah, Marcnificent never picked up his silver arrows there on the laser bridge. I can't blame him, because why do you go to laser bridge when you don't have to, right?
Yeah, I think that was always going to happen. Mark is very comfortable with the Civilis, and he has tempered. He is actually going to get gold sword. Gold and tempered doesn't really matter on the Civilis though, but yeah, so that won't cost him too much. The finding hookshot before going to Meyer was the one that really hurt.
Yeah, for a while it kind of looked like humbugh was still a little bit of a bad spot there, but he managed to pick Thief's Tongue correctly, and then it just worked out with the Meyer play.
Yeah, and if you are interested in more league action, by the way, we have at least 3 more races going on today. 2 of them is going to start at 6:10 p.m. Eastern Time. One on Speed Gaming 1 and the other one on Speed Gaming 4, this channel. And then after that race on Speed Gaming 4, there's going to be another one on Speed Gaming 4 as well. There might be one open league race on one of the Link to the Past Randomizer League channels as well. This is the last day of week 2 though. So after this, we're not going to see any more open until at the very least the playoff, or potentially during the mystery week. Next week is going to be casual boots. So it's pretty much a standard start, but with a sword and boots. So it's not going to be that different from this seat, because we got boots and sword right away. But next week, everyone is going to get to start with that.
So I guess since you're a part of Old Swag Jackson here, and Old Swag, like, do you know who's running for your team next week?
Yeah, it's going to be me and Mark next week as well. I think my game will be on Tuesday. Don't know about Mark yet.
So we're still having a lot of randomizer left. League is not going to end for a long time. Like, we're entering week 3, and there's 7 weeks of group stage, right? I think it's 7 weeks or something like that.
Quick, say something bad about humbugh.
Yeah, that's a good question.
Yeah. Welcome, humbugh. How's it going there?
Good evening.
GG, somebody.
GG's on your win.
GG, thank you. Don't let me into Ice Palace or Total Rock without the hook shot. Never, ever again, please.
It's funny because Mark went into Ice Palace first, and he had the exact same problem you had. You both left that big chest behind. You both
What with the bombs? He ran out of bombs too.
Yeah, he. So we were a bit scared that it's gonna be something in that chest for a while.
Wow. Yeah, I felt so dumb. I mean, I realized it early enough, but well, not early enough, but I realized it sort of early. So I started to farm some enemies, but I knew they had bombs in their drop pack.
Yeah,
because they never gave it to me.
Did are you aware that you skipped a bomb early?
I know, I am. The one with where I pulled the tongue of the statue.
I think there was one in the Pengator room that you skipped too.
There's a bomb in there.
Yeah, well, one of the enemies dropped one.
I think it was Mark that did skip that one.
Oh yeah, right. That was actually Mark. Yeah, my bad.
Okay. Yeah, well, that just could have screwed me big time.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it would have screwed at both of us, I suppose, but still.
Yeah, Mark's problem was he had to do the bomb jump 3 times because he managed to do it the first 2 times, but like accidentally fell off afterwards. So he kind of wasted some of his bombs in there.
I see.
So I have to say, in the first Pengator room, did you accidentally use Ether instead of one of the others? Because you looked a little bit confused.
I might have meant to use Quake. I used Ether. It was bad, but then I got the very, very pleasant activity of hammering those iced Pangators, which, I mean, it was kind of worth it. Hammering those guys is fun.
It's a little bit fulfilling, for sure.
Yeah, exactly.
So that Kane of Samaria and Mr. Meyer then. Pretty huge play.
Yeah, I as far as I understand, that's what put me ahead of Mark. Going into Meyer before doing basically any pendant dungeons except Thieves Town. But I feel like dipping Meyer without the cane when you are cane from go mode, which I essentially was, is fine, especially in this case when the big key is in the last possible check you do in Meyer. So you still have to go in there and look for everything.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd do that play again. This time it was right, but
yeah,
I'd do it again anyway.
We talked a bit about that reasoning that like double dipping it necessarily isn't that bad. And definitely paid off big. At the same time, Mark was up on Death Mountain and found the hook shot that led him to Swamp instead.
Yeah, I didn't want to go up to Death Mountain in case the hookshot wasn't there and in case the cane wasn't there. So I mean, that would give me like an extra long mountain climb.
Yeah, for sure.
That would be 1.5 minutes down the drain.
Yeah, Mark managed to have the myths his first time up the mountain, so he like kind of combined those.
Yeah, I figured. I suppose he started in the Dark World at Village Podcast then.
Yeah. First thing he did in Dark World was beat Skullwoods. He never turned in that green pendant.
Yeah, actually, me not going that way, but starting at Hype Cave was... I figured that my opponent, that Mark, would do that. So since we had Fire Rod and the means to beat Thieves Town, but by that reasoning, I just didn't want to do that, so I started a Hype Cave, and it worked out.
Yeah, for sure. All right, so I have a pretty important question here. It's a little bit sensitive, so I'm gonna take it in Swedish if that's fine. Okay, so helt ärligt, vad tycker du om Fear Agent? Lite skum person, eller?
Han är lite skum, det håller jag med om. Men man får ta det ändå. Det är han som bestämmer, så man får vara snäll mot honom.
Okej, det var allt vi hade om Fear Agent. Welcome, Marcnificent. GG's, dude.
What? No, GG.
GG.
What's going on?
Just casually talking trash about people, I think. No.
What? No, we didn't do that at all.
Oh, yeah. Okay. No, okay, cool.
So, Mark, I have to ask you a few questions here because you did something really funny, I think.
Yeah, okay.
So, you did Skullwoods first, which was the green pendant.
Uh-huh.
But did you realize you never turned it in?
Yeah, I know I didn't turn it in. I guess that was the last thing on my mind. I was thinking other things. I just was, I don't know. I was really, I don't know what you call this, but like kind of this all over the place as far as my routing went. I felt like I was in the opposite place of where I wanted to be at any given time. So yeah, that's just how I felt. But
okay, so the next question is, so you skipped Eastern Palace. Did you skip it by purpose, or did you like miss track?
Well, I don't know. For some reason I was thinking that that Samaria just was gonna be in Meyer, but then I was like, oh yeah, and at the last minute I was like, oh wait a minute, Eastern has one more item and that it could be there. It didn't end up being in there, but it's yeah.
Yeah, with you finishing here, GG's. I think he meant like because you did the pod right and you got like the mirror. And instead of beating Eastern, and we were a little bit like surprised for that at a point. And You're thinking that like maybe you thought that you did Eastern first or something.
Yeah, maybe it's just registered in my mind that I kind of like finished it, but I didn't. I should have. I didn't even think about it, to be honest.
Yeah,
I was
it
thinking
seems to
flip.
happen sometimes when especially when you get like an item like that and you know what's coming next.
I was thinking like when I got Mira, I was like, okay, this flute, these mitts, like, let's go somewhere else. I think I got way too ahead of myself. That's what happened here.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah.
We had some interesting. We talked a little bit about this with Humbug, but there were some interesting things happening in Ice Palace. Both of you ran out of bombs and couldn't check the big chest, which was quite intriguing for some time.
Yeah, I was very anxious that Samario was gonna be in that big chest. Well, I got a small key on the boss. I'm not really sure if that.
That just means the boss was Samaria locked, so rest of dungeon wasn't.
Was that
Okay.
really a small key? I remember
Yeah,
it being a map or a compass. I
No,
might be wrong.
it was a small key, so
Okay.
the boss was actually both Samaria and hookshot locked.
Ah.
Which means there couldn't have been a hookshot in Gannis Tower.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was also kind of banking on that the whole race, that it was a hookshot in Ganon's tower, and that I would have a very rare seed where I would get to maybe hover, but yeah.
Yeah, I was preparing and sweating over the eventuality of me Moldorm bouncing. So after beating Meyer, I flew to ice, and possibly someone thought that I was going to go back to the big chest. Maybe, but I was just there to fill up my bombs. But then I got the hook shot anyway, so...
Yeah, we just got excited, that's all. Wow, we're going to see a double dip of Ice Palace when it's nothing in big chest. That's cool.
No, you won't.
Yeah, it was a false on start. Fortunately, it would have been a little bit fun, especially because you only had one bomb at that point. So imagine if you went back in and ran out of bombs again.
I mean, I wouldn't have to bomb jump the second time only to get the big chest.
That's fair.
I would have to bomb the floor though, so I needed to have a bomb.
Yeah, because that was the thing. You had only one bomb, and you needed to bomb jump and then bomb the floor. And Mark had 0, so he could have, if he had 1, he could have hovered and then bombed it. But so like both of you were like kind of screwed, but like in a little bit of a different way.
It was so annoying that I actually had 1 bomb, but it wasn't enough. I needed 2.
Yeah, you both did like the exact amount of farming as well to try and get that bomb to.
Huh. Oh well.
Yeah, I think it was just the lack of weaponry. I was using bombs for pen gators, and I was messing up bomb jumps too. It just, I don't know. I got the alignment all the first 2 times. I just ended up falling. It kind of sucks.
Yeah, were you holding down after the bomb jump or something? Because it definitely. It looked almost like you bounced on the floor and then down, but
no, I wasn't pressing down. I think I wasn't too far left enough, I guess. That kind of sucks. But yeah, too many bombs being used.
Mm-hmm.
Should have thought about it a little bit more.
Well, at least, Mark, you can always feel good. Like, you're not the only one having issues with bomb jumping, so...
Yeah.
You nailed the bomb jump, dude.
Yeah,
it was what happened after the bomb jump. That's
well, that is true. That's true.
That's a different story, Humbug. We never talk about that, okay?
I wonder if can I just press left there and I'll be fine? Like I don't know.
Probably.
Maybe. Okay. Well, maybe I should think about doing
that. But yeah, so this week it was open. You got boots and sword right away. Next week is casual, but has sword and boot start. So it's kind of gonna be the same story again, I guess, but except escape being forced early. You guys hyped for that? I know Mark is playing next week. I'm actually not sure about you, Humbug, if you play next week.
I am, and I'm playing next Sunday, basically at the same time. So a week from now.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It's a mode that I'm not really that used to. I imagine it's faster, more fun. I don't know.
Yeah.
Hopefully, it will be less vanilla, vanilla items or French vanilla items and pendant dungeons. I don't know. That's like the only good call I made in this entire seed was getting those mitts.
Yeah.
That was it. Everything else I felt really bad about.
Yeah, I think in one way you were a little bit unlucky that it was the mitts, because if there was something else that could have like that wouldn't have forced Humbug there as fast as it did in this one. Because there's so much you're like locked out of doing when you don't have mitts. So even if you last location it's not gonna take too long.
Yeah, to find it.
You're gonna figure out it like fairly fast anyways. Yeah, I guess next week is gonna be a little bit like the calm before the storm, because then all the wacky mode starts after that.
Ooh, wait, what's week 4?
Spoiler keys.
Yeah, spoiler
Ooh.
pilot thing. Then we have mystery, and then all dungeons key sanity, and then finishing off the season is co-op Randomizer.
Co-op Randomizer. Wow. Okay. Yeah, we need to practice that for sure.
What a concept!
Yeah.
So, Mark and Humbug, do you guys have any final thoughts about the seed before me and Walter here wrap things up?
No, thank you. Just thank you for pulling through with the commentary and the restream and tracking and all of that. It was fun. It was really fun. It was frustrating, but it was fun.
Yeah, this was very frustrating. And actually, we've been racing a lot. Me and Humbug have been racing a lot these past 30 days. So me coming out the loser in pretty much every single one. But but it was a great time, and always a pleasure racing you, Humbug. And thanks, Walt.
Yeah,
Nilsson.
same to you.
Cheers, Walt and Nilsson, for commentating, and the trackers, and Fear, and everybody else involved. That was great.
Yeah, big shout outs to Aker, our tracker for this race. And definitely, if you haven't done it yet, go follow both of these runners. Really good at the game, and they play quite a lot.
And of course, like they mentioned, both runners mentioned, shoutouts to Fear Agent for figuring out this whole league thing. And of course, B Gaming for hosting this one. And of course, Walter for joining me here in the commentary booth.
Yeah, same dude. It was fun. Don't forget, there's 2 more races happening in 2 hours from now. One on this channel, the other one on the main Speed Gaming channel. So if you want to see more league action before the week's end, that's your chance.
And I guess don't forget next week, because tomorrow already we start Casual Boots Week 3 in Randomizer League. And with that, I think that's it, Walter. So thank you, and stay safe out there. Bye-bye.
All right.
Ha det gött.